Hi everybody, my name is John Wick. I've been teaching social studies here at East Troy Middle School for the last 30 years. I'm very pleased to announce that in spring of 2020, I am partnering with WorldStrides, a nationwide program to take students on trips, educational trips, and we'll be heading to Washington, D.C. Over the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'd like to share with you a short video showing you all the things that the program has to offer, what kids can expect on the trip, and hopefully answer any questions you may have. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
You've learned in school how Washington, D.C. is home to many amazing sites that tell the incredible story of our country. Now, you're invited to see and feel the history, energy, and impact of our nation's capital with your own eyes. Your days will be packed from morning to night. There's so much to do in Washington, D.C. Inspiring memorials that capture our nation's history. To some of the greatest museums in the world. Smithsonian Museums, United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, Mount Vernon, and many others. You and your friends will create your own memories to share for years to come.
My favorite part has been Lincoln Memorial because I got to finally see it in real life instead of on a computer.
It was pretty cool. We got to ride in this airplane like we were actually riding one, like we got to drive it, and then we got to touch a moon rock.
I think it's really amazing how they can fit so many big, huge monuments and memorials for those people who really deserve it, and they can keep it in a way so that everyone can view it, yet it's very respectful for them.
The memorial really brought a lot of heartwarming memories back because my brother was in the Marines and it was kind of hard seeing him go all the time.
This is not your ordinary history lesson. America's past comes alive before your eyes. Reach out and touch history.
The Martin Luther King Memorial, it was really something meaningful to me because he fought for my rights, and I really appreciate that for him. So when I read a part of his speech, it made me feel really happy deep down inside.
And witness firsthand the traditions that make our country great.
Arlington is my favorite thing because when we were changing the guards, it was so cool because they're doing everything perfectly. And I want to join the military, so I was honored to watch that, and it takes your breath away.
It was amazing. It was a one in a million thing to see.
Your trip will be led by your own course leader to share fun facts and answer all your questions along the way.
So far, my favorite thing has been how detailed our tour guide goes into when he's talking about the monuments.
Mr. Bryan's he's pretty chill. He explains stories behind it. It paints a visual picture that you can, actually see. It's pretty cool.
He probably knows everything about everything. If you ask him what Lincoln's favorite pizza was, he could probably tell you.
Whether seeing incredible sights, eating at amazing restaurants, or hanging out at your hotel, you'll have lots of time to have fun with your friends.
DC is awesome.
DC is exciting.
DC is thebomb.com.
It's a very unique experience.
Educational.
DC is amazing.
When you and your friends join us in Washington, D.C., you'll watch history come alive on a travel adventure you'll never forget.
I would recommend this trip to other students because it's a really great experience. You get to see a lot of the nation's history and you get to have a good time with your friends and you learn a lot.
So let's get started on East Troy's adventure to Washington, D.C. First off, we're heading to Washington, D.C. on April 7th through the 10th of 2020. That's 4 fun-filled days of activities and 3 nights there in our nation's capital. Now, so far as I've learned things, there's 3 basic questions most people have that I'll try and answer. The first question is, what's all included in the trip? Second question is, what about my child's safety? And the third is, what's it all going to cost me? Well, let's take a look at those now. We start with round trip to and from Washington, D.C. We'll leave here from East Troy Middle School, get on a bus, They'll take us into an airport, will fly us out to our nation's capital. Once there, we'll have expert tour guides that will lead us around Washington, D.C., tell us great stories, and fill us in with all the details. We'll have tickets to many of the exhibits and museums of Washington, D.C. as we travel. We'll have buses that will take us around Washington, D.C. and show us the sights. There'll be 3 nights at a local hotel in Washington, D.C. We'll have night chaperones at the hotel in D.C. to make sure that, 1, we're in our rooms, and 2, to make sure we are safe while we're there. All the meals are included while we're in D.C. They'll also give us a 24-hour emergency service in case anything goes wrong or we need anything, as well as make sure accident and health insurance are available for all participants in the trip. That, along with any online resources and picture posting that we may have, and last but not least, definitely a lifetime of memories. The next few slides quickly show you some of the sights we'll be seeing on our trip. From the changing of the guard at Arlington National Cemetery to the Pentagon Memorial, home of George Washington, Mount Vernon, the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. We'll get a photo opportunity at the White House. We'll see Capitol Hill. We'll see the Lincoln Memorial, the Vietnam and Korean War memorials, as well as the Washington Monument and the National Zoo. The next thing to look at quickly is safety. With the tour guides we'll have, the adult chaperones we're bringing along, several teachers are coming on the trip as well, with the hotel chaperones we have at night, and with the constant check-in points we'll be having throughout the trip, WorldStrides offers one of the safest possible trips for students to go to Washington, D.C. The final factor in determining your interest in Washington, D.C. may come down to the price. As you can see here, the price is $16.81 for students. That's if you sign up for by March 13th. It's $17.81 if you do not. That's based on quadruple occupancy, that'd be 4 kids per room. Adults, if you'd like to come along, we'd love to have you. That's $19.81 based on double occupancy, only 2 people per room. You can talk to WorldStrides and possibly work that out to add more people to your room and lower the cost as well. A couple of programs I want to make you aware of. You can see that word FLAG is there. FLAG is their financial assistance program based on need. It is first come, first serve. I would say that if you're interested in coming on the trip, you call that number immediately. There are certain qualifications you must meet in order to get money, but people have gotten as much as $500 off the cost of the trip. Also, on the website, you will find a gift of education letter. You can download the letter, insert the information for our trip, and send it out to family and friends, post it on social media. That is one way that WorldStrides says they get a lot of kids to get things in. We're also going to do some fundraising on our own. In a little couple minutes, I'll go over the script orders with you. And last but not least, would like to talk to you about the payment plan. WorldStrides does have a payment plan. You contact them. You determine how you would like to pay for the trip. One thing to make clear is that East Troy Middle School and myself, we don't handle any of the money. Once you decide to go, everything is through WorldStrides. All that's left then, if you're still interested, is to sign up at WorldStrides.com. If you click on the link, the trip number is 171915. Enter that information, enter the personal information, and you're ready to go. They do ask for a deposit when you get there if you're going to sign up. The deposit is what guarantees you the lower of the 2 prices that I mentioned. And once you go to WorldStrides.com, that's also where you'll find all sorts of other information about our trip. And as we get close to the trip, that's where I'll be posting other things as well. All that I have left to talk to you about now is the fundraising. One of the most successful ways we've fundraised over the years, Mr. Little has set up something called the script order. I'll be following through with that as well. And that's just simply, as you buy gift cards for places you already use, we will get cash back. Here's a short video to explain what script ordering is all about.
What is Scrip? Scrip is an easy way to fundraise while you shop. Back in ye old times, fundraising meant selling items door to door, asking for donations, and figuring out how to store those frozen tubs of cookie dough. But the ye old times are gone. and Script Fundraising is here to help you earn money for your organization. From parochial and public schools to sports teams, marching bands, and churches, Script raises money for both individual and group expenses. So how does Script Fundraising work? Let's talk about Catherine, who is raising money for her daughter's school. Catherine logs into shopwithscript.com and orders a $100 grocery gift card that has a 4% rebate. Catherine paid the face value for the card, and the $4 rebate contribution goes directly to her daughter's school. The school can divvy up the rebate earnings and give some to Catherine to put toward personal expenses like tuition and field trip fees, while the school puts the rest toward general fundraising purposes. Catherine takes that gift card to the grocery store and uses the full amount to stock her kitchen just like she normally does. The only difference is that she used Script to pay, instead of cash or a credit card, and she fundraised for the school. No extra time or money. Now that's what we call a win-win. And the cherry on top? Shop with Script has over 700 retail partners with great rebates, so you can use Script for practically anything. Plus, you can order and receive electronic gift cards immediately, redeem your gift cards in-store and online, and in some cases, do it right from your mobile device. So what is Script? Script is an easy, convenient, fit with your lifestyle fundraiser that will help you earn money for your organization.
Unlike the trip itself, fundraising will be run through the middle school. Fill out the form, send the form in with checks made out to East Troy Middle School. We'll order the gift cards. You can see on the form right next to each gift card is a percentage of what you will get back into your account based on the cards you buy. Once we get the cards, which will be a pretty quick turnaround, we'll send the cards back out. I will keep track of how much funds you've raised, and then a couple weeks before the trip, I'll be giving each family that fundraised a check in the amount that they did earn to help offset the cost of the trip. There are also some other fundraisers in the works right now, and if anyone has any ideas for what we can do to raise funds, we'll gladly listen. We're hoping to have a fun walk in the fall and build from there. Again, we are open to any and all ideas to help knock the price of this trip down. That's about it to get us started on the trip. Again, we're looking at April 7th through 10th, 2020. We'd love to have everyone who'd like to go come along with us. Again, if you have any questions, you can either contact me. Again, my name is John Wick. Or you can contact WorldStrides at WorldStrides.com. There's also a phone number posted on their website to give a look-see. Other than that, enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the rest of your spring. Hopefully it'll come soon. And we hope to see you in Washington, D.C. in 2020.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.